Hi everyone, welcome back. Today is day 14 of the challenge silence, and we're going to see if we can do the 2-minute challenge today. Chapter 14, sit comfortably, here we go. One summer I flew 18 hours from Oslo to Sri Lanka in order to relax, eat healthily and practice yoga in lush surroundings. It was fabulous. At the same time, it felt strange to travel halfway around the globe to disconnect. We're reading this book. Some people fabricate favourable conditions for silence by constructing soundproof rooms or homes. In Jutland, Denmark, they have built a soundproofed hall of silence with double doors that are 30 centimetres apart. Dozens of people gather here regularly. They sit cross-legged on their individual pillows for 50 minutes. The only break in the silence is a few coughs and other sounds that participants can't quite suppress. The goal is for them to be reminded over time that life is about deep love between people and to enable them to practice common empathy. Centres for silence are a growing industry and they are popping up everywhere. Located at the end of Sunset Boulevard in LA, the Lake Shrine Temple promises silence of solitude. How do you leave it? I went there following a 4-day walk through the entire city from the Gang area on the east side, heading west towards the ocean. Everyone drives in LA, and we wanted to see the city from the sidewalk. As we walked, we were stopped by police officers, suspicious of us because we weren't driving. The policeman claimed that only robbers, junkies, and mentally unstable people would walk around the city. Following long, dusty stretches on the sidewalk, it was not hard to find peace at the temple, with its lake, carp, flowers, and silence. Afterwards, we took a dip in the Pacific, 5 minutes away, and it was just as quiet there. When I am out trekking across the Norwegian wilderness or in the Himalayas, I also come across facilities where visitors may experience silence. If you venture a bit further away from them, you'll find it is quieter still. I really like that quote. You know, we are attending retreats and workshops and seminars and, looking for solitude, peace and silence. And oftentimes it's quieter if you just take yourself away from all of the busyness. Fabricating conditions for silence is a fine undertaking, but it can be a bit tedious to drive a car in order to arrive at a place where you can calm down, do some yoga, go for a walk, or take an aeroplane in order to disconnect at a retreat. The best things in life are sometimes free. The silence I have in mind may be found wherever you are if you pay attention inside your mind and is without cost. You don't have to go to Sri Lanka, you can experience it in your bathtub. I discover silence when I stay 5 extra minutes in bed at home, now the kids are old enough to get up by themselves, or on my way into work in the morning. I have the choice of driving through traffic for 12 minutes, spending a quarter of an hour on the underground, or walking for 30 minutes. I'm able to disconnect in the car, but I must remain aware of traffic, and I switch the radio on too. The subway is packed, and when you get to your destination, everyone pushes to get out all at once. So if time allows, I choose to walk. Everything that I am unable to see from the car window or subway tunnel becomes a part of my everyday life. Faces that I can study as I pass, attire that changes with the weather, the windows of cafes and shops, variations in the tarmac and cobbles that someone has laboriously laid. Walking to work is no grand experience, yet there is some small value to it. It takes me no longer than 30 minutes to walk between the 2 addresses where I most often find myself, and in that time I have managed to shut out the world. So this chapter is just helping us to see that, we don't have to orchestrate or fabricate the perfect conditions for silence, but we can find it in the pockets of walking to and from work, to and from a destination, or even just in a busy environment, if we can find a bit of silence inside our body, inside our mind, that is how, when we practice meditation, we can witness thoughts. They might seem really busy and like they're like cars passing on a road and there is no break in the noise. But if we sit long enough, we might just get a glimpse of the tiniest pause in between the thoughts that allow us to find a little bit of peace and silence, even from our own busyness of mind and busy thoughts. So we're going to sit now for 2 whole minutes. I hope you can manage to stay with me for that. So sit comfortably, nothing to do, just get comfortable. Close your eyes, or maybe you're choosing to just mindfully look around during the silence. And we'll sit for 2 minutes. Take a deep breath. Let it go, and we'll begin. There we have it. Oh, well, that went really quick today. We must be getting used to it. Let me know how you found it. Managed to get my weights done this morning as well. I know yesterday I said I hadn't done it, so I did manage to get them done this morning, and I've just been to deliver a lovely chair yoga class, mindful movement for some elderly people at an independent living centre, and it's somewhere I've been at for a while, and we have a laugh. I love the group. They're lovely, lovely people. We have a giggle, and this afternoon I think, going to try and get my nails done, because they are desperate for doing. So let me know what you're up to. I hope you've enjoyed today's silence challenge and today's reading. And you have a lovely rest of Thursday and moving into the weekend. Bye for now.